Make no mistake, this is, in our opinion, a homicide. We believe she's dead, and we believe that somebody's responsible for that.
Me.
This is 79-year-old Andrew Watson, a grandpa who thinks he can get away with killing his lover, Lise Fredette, because 24 hours ago, Lise mysteriously went missing, and despite every piece of evidence pointing to Andrew being the one behind her disappearance...
That's blood, and that's blood on your car. Whose blood do you think that is? You're at the point of no return.
Detectives have severely underestimated just how smart this lip-smacking old man really is, because no matter what happens, Andrew will look for any way he can to weasel himself out of Lisa's murder.
But we have a witness that says...
Okay, good for you. You've got it all wrapped up. Why do you keep going on? So I don't know why you would even bother talking to me.
Because I would like her body back.
On November 13th, 2014 in Peterborough, Canada, 74-year-old Lise Fredette failed to show up for work as the jewelry section manager at Walmart, an uncharacteristic move that raised coworkers' concerns. Police went to her home where signs of foul play were immediately found outside. Her glasses, keys, and earrings were lying next to her car, and a notable amount of blood was in the driveway. After investigators spoke to Lisa's family, suspicion soon fell on one man, 76-year-old Andrew Watson, a Scotland native and jilted ex-lover of Lisa's who'd she dumped for good earlier that year. But Andrew didn't take the rejection well, and after Lise started dating another man a few months later, the stalking began. He sat outside her home for hours and bombarded her mailbox with long letters begging for a reconciliation. But Andrew was no hopeless romantic, and a peculiar past gave reason to believe he was capable of murder. He immigrated to Canada from Scotland in 1967, immediately after his brother Frank mysteriously vanished without a trace. Lisa's family was convinced her death was Andrew's final act of harassment, and investigators soon agreed. He was arrested for her murder 10 days later, and while he may play the role of a harmless old man, it's clear from the start there's something seriously wrong with Grandpa.
How long were you and Lise together, overall?
From the fall of 2011 until the 20th of April to 2014.
So from the fall of 2011 till April the 20th, you said, 2014? So 3-ish years?
The reason I'm so sure about the date we split up is it's my birthday.
The 20th of April?
Yeah.
And that's the breakup date?
Yeah.
That's not fun.
You know why we broke up?
No.
Because I was wearing jeans.
You broke up because you were wearing jeans?
Yeah.
You got to explain that one to me.
Well, I was to go to her place. We were going to go out for supper with our family.
Right.
And when I went, I was wearing jeans. And she said she didn't want me to wear jeans. She wanted me to wear pants. And this, I couldn't understand this because she always wanted me to be dressed up like a tailor's dummy, you know, the suit, the dress shirt, the tie, just like you, exactly like you. That's
You're calling me a tailor's dummy? It's okay.
But anyway, what got me was that when we went out with the family never wore any suits or ties or shirts or anything else. The family all wore standard Peterborough dress, which is t-shirts and jeans.
Right.
So I had these jeans on, and they were perfectly nice jeans. They weren't scruffy, ragged, and they were almost new.
Yeah.
Perfect condition. And I had a brand new t-shirt on, perfect condition, perfectly clean. And so I thought I was presentable, and I thought I was dressed as well as her son and her son-in-law and her grandkids, because they were all in jeans and t-shirts. So I didn't think it was a problem, but she got real mad about that.
That's why you broke up?
You see, the thing is, every 3 or 4 weeks, Lise seemed to have some sort of compulsion to have a fight. Now, we had no serious problems to have a fight about. She was comfortably off, I'm comfortably off. She owned her own home, all paid for. I owned my own home, all paid for. She owned her car, paid for. I owned my car, paid for. No religious problems. She wasn't religious, I wasn't religious. No political problems. She wasn't a political person, I'm not a political person. No family problems, because I have no family at all. So she didn't have to worry about me paying alimony or child support or anything else like that.
Right.
I had absolutely no family problems. And her family seemed to like me, and I certainly got on well with all her family. Didn't have any problems at all with her family. So with no family problems.
Right.
So as far as I was concerned, there was not a serious problem between us at all. Because of this, and this compulsion to fight, she would have to dream up the most stupid, trivial junk you can imagine to have a fight. Now, in the early days when she started this, I would argue with her. But very soon realised that it was a waste of time arguing with her because she just would not listen.
Right.
So what I did was, when I saw this fight coming, and I could see it coming, after I'd been with her so long, I could see this coming. I knew it was coming.
Right.
So what I did, I would just go home.
Okay.
And I don't think she liked that, because then she'd nobody to fight with. Anyway, one time I was washing the teapot, and I got a little chip in it. A tiny little chip like that. That had no bearing on the teapot or how it worked or if it didn't work or how it poured or anything. It had no bearing at all on the functioning of this teapot. Oh God, you'd think I had demolished her house. The nonsense, the fighting, the terrible temper.
Yeah.
And always violence with the temper. You know,
Did you say violence with the temper?
Yeah, it got out of hand.
What would she do?
Oh, well, I tried to break my leg when you can't do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Another time I had this big carton of milk, the big, I think it's 2 litres, I'm not sure, it's a big one. And it was full, but it had been opened. And another time she threw that at me. Oh, that'll give you an idea how, when she got into this temper, she seemed to lose it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
For example, if it was me, I would say to myself, do I want to throw this carton of milk at her and have milk all over the bloody place that I'm going to have to clean up? I don't think so. She didn't think like that.
Right.
She would just let fly. She didn't give a shit for what happened.
By painting Lise as an unstable woman with a violent temper, Andrew's already laying the groundwork for a blame the victim defense. But it soon becomes clear what the real problem is. This old man's incel mentality drove his girlfriend to date other men, which eventually drove him insane enough to cross a line he could never uncross.
That's why she went to these other guys.
Tell me about that. Why'd she go to these other guys?
You need to ask her that, but here's a woman who told me she loved me. I was the greatest thing in sliced bread. Oh boy, I was a keeper. We were going to spend the rest of our life together. And then we'd have a fight and I'd go home. And both of us, I think, were probably too stubborn and too pig-headed and too proud to make amends, which is what we should have done.
Right.
Anyway, in no time at all, after I'd gone home and we split up, she had another boyfriend.
Okay.
That relationship with that boyfriend didn't work out. It only lasted 2 or 3 months, maybe.
Okay.
And we got back together again. Oh, excuse me.
No problem.
Then, after we go back, before we go back together, we sat down and had a talk. And I said, obviously, if we're going to go back together, we've got to change our ways. If we get back together and we don't change anything, we're going to get the exact same result. We're going to split up again.
Right.
Oh, yes, you're right. She said, oh, yes, we'll change. Oh, yeah, da-da-da-da. Right? She didn't change at all. She couldn't.
Right.
I don't think it's in her nature to change. I did everything I could to make her happy. I coloured her hair. I cleaned her shoes. I pressed her pants. I sewed and darned for her. I grew a moustache for her. I don't like a moustache, but I grew a moustache for her. I did yard work for her. I did housework for her. I was down on my hands and knees scrubbing the kitchen floor, the bathroom floor, cleaning the toilet, cleaning the tubs around. I couldn't tell you the number of things I did to try and make her happy.
Right. What about this unattached club that she's part of?
That's a nice place.
Is it? Yeah.
Very nice place.
Okay.
Well run. Very well.
So what's the idea behind it? Like, just is it a social for
It's
people?
just a social club where people go to dance.
Okay.
And it's called unattached, but in actual fact, about 95% of the people who go there are attached. There are very, very few unattached people who go there.
So they're attached, but do they go there with their partner, or they're going
Yeah,
there?
no, lots of them are husbands and wife, or they're in a serious relationship.
Oh, and they're just going for a social.
They're going to dance and
Okay.
socialize.
Oh, and how
And it's very nice.
did you meet Lise?
I met her there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who was the catalyst, if you will, as to get you two together? You saw her, she saw you. How did that all happen?
Jeez, I don't remember. I guess I asked her to come and sit at my table. Which she did, and we went from there.
What did you notice about her? I'm sure you're not asking every lady to sit at your table, so why Lise? Why her?
Well, she seemed like a nice lady.
Yeah.
And she had a nice accent. And I thought she might be interesting to talk to.
And things just kind of went on from there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you miss her?
But, oh, God. Well, we kept in touch a lot after that.
Oh, okay. So it's not like it was cold turkey.
But, well, very shortly after we broke up, she started going with Ben.
Okay.
So then, no question, I was getting back together again. She had a new boyfriend.
Do you know who this Ben guy is?
Oh yeah, well these guys she went with were guys at the club.
Okay. Right. That's got to be hard. Like, were you still going to the club after then for the socials on your own?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Was that hard seeing her there with other people?
Well, we had split up completely.
With all of his relationship travails, Andrew's golden years seem more like a soap opera than peaceful senior living. But now that he's detailed his troubled breakup with Lise, the detective gets down to the important business of figuring out where she is. Not that he'll get any help from this slippery Scott, who will stoop to no low to save his own skin.
You know, this investigation's, it's ongoing and that, but when is the last time that you saw Lise? When's the last time you would have seen her?
The Saturday before she disappeared.
So okay, so
You see, they've taken my calendar.
there we go. So that's a calendar for November 2014. Okay, so that's this year.
So the last time I saw these...
So we're here on the 22nd.
Yeah, the last time I saw these was last Saturday.
Okay. Are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure.
How are you so sure that's the last time you saw her? And I'm just wondering in your mind why you think it was that day.
Because I saw her every Saturday. We both went to the dance every Saturday.
She went missing on the 12th. So is it possible it's a different Saturday that you saw her?
I saw her the Saturday before she disappeared.
Okay, that's fair then. So what I'm just telling you is that on the 12th is the day that she went missing. So that we know for sure, okay? So if you said you saw her the Saturday before she went missing, is it possible then that you're talking about the 8th?
It must be.
Okay.
Must be.
I just want to make sure, because you said the 15th, which I understand, but we know she went missing on the 12th. So if it's the Saturday, if it's one Saturday before, which is what you recall, that would take us to November the 8th. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So perhaps this is the day we're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. And is that at the dance?
Well, I lost a week somewhere.
Okay. Well, do you remember Veterans Day? Do you remember Remembrance Day?
No, I remember they come and took me away on this day.
Yes, the 13th.
They took me away that day and they kept me a week.
Right.
And they let me out this day. They let me out this day.
When you say they let you out, you're referring to what? You said they came and took you away. What are you talking about? Like, what are you referring to?
They came on Thursday and they spoke to me for hours.
Yes.
And then they took me away about 6:30 roughly.
Okay.
And put me in a hotel.
Okay. I see what you're talking about now.
They kept me in a hotel from there to here. And they let me out yesterday.
Right. And here we are today. The 22nd.
They arrested me today.
Yes.
So I spent the night from Thursday to Friday. And the night from Friday to Saturday at home.
Yes. So this is Remembrance Day. You remember they came and they asked you to leave on the 13th. This day.
Yeah.
And that's because on the 12th, she's missing.
I don't know when she's missing.
No, that's what I'm telling you.
I don't
Okay.
know. I
So-
don't even know how you know that.
Well, I'll tell you how I know. I'll explain it to you.
While it seems like doddering old Andrew is getting confused, there's a good chance it's all a not-so-clever act to hide from the truth. So as he collects his thoughts, we'll fill you in on what police found while he's been in custody, because it's been a treasure trove of evidence linking him to a crime. Blood was collected from inside his SUV, as well as from a shovel found wrapped in a bleach blanket inside his home. The courts would later argue the probability of it belonging to Lee's are about 1 in 26 quadrillion, so in other words, the evidence against Andrew is airtight. But that won't stop him from trying to lay the blame elsewhere, including on Lee's other boyfriends.
You are the one person that knows Lee's better than anybody right now.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Well, I'm just talking about in the, you did have a relationship with her.
Oh, yes. Generally speaking, a very good relationship.
Oh, I believe you. What do you think happened to her? Why would something?
I have no idea.
Why would somebody do this to her?
I don't know. I do know she was involved with other men.
Right.
I even suggested to one of the policemen that it could have been a home invasion. Who knows? Who knows what happened?
Yeah. So up until here, where we know she went missing, was she seeing anybody that you know of?
Ben Garman.
She is seeing Ben still.
She's been seeing Ben since very shortly after we broke up, which was 20th of April.
Yes. And that's, forgive me for my language, but you know what? That's kind of shitty,
What is?
what she did. Only in the sense that, you know what, you jump from one relationship right to the next. What does that say about you and your relationship? That's just my opinion. I just put that out there. I probably shouldn't even have said that, but it's the way I kind of look at it.
You know, I'm going to tell you, if I live to be 192, I will never understand women. And it may be that that's why I'm a bachelor. I can only tell you about this from my point of view.
Absolutely.
I've got no idea what Lise was thinking or what was going through her mind or anything else.
No, you're right. And I can only ask you from your point of view because I haven't had an opportunity to talk to her.
Well, you should talk to other people though and get their views.
Oh, we are. Absolutely. This investigation has taken on a whole new direction now that we're here. Okay.
I guess you have to start from scratch.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff and there's some things I want to share with you here today that we're doing so you understand what's going on. Because we do things very different, okay? And we have access to a lot of things that we're now going to utilize because this is, make no mistake, this is, in our opinion, a death investigation, a homicide, okay? We believe she's dead, okay? People don't just drop off the face of the earth and cease to exist. There's been no activity on her bank accounts. Nobody's heard from her. Nobody's seen her. Like, there's a lot of other things we'll talk about, but that's just not normal, and you know that, right? And so we have other things that I'll discuss with you that logically, when we look at it, yeah, she's dead, and I know that. So, you know, and we believe that somebody's responsible for that.
Me?
Yeah.
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 But you've charged me with murder.
Well, yeah, those are the charges before the courts. Yeah, and I'm going to explain to you why, so you understand why, okay? Yeah. But you're right. I haven't had a chance to talk to her, but we are now talking to a lot of people and getting a big picture of what's going on here. And I got a lot of other things that we're working on now, too. I have a team of investigators here now. They are speaking to Ben. They are speaking to Dave. They are speaking to her daughter. They are speaking to her son. They are speaking to her grandkids. They are speaking to people at her work. They are speaking to neighbors. They are canvassing the neighborhoods. I have officers down at the Center of Forensic Sciences working with the scientists saying, hey, these are the exhibits we submitted. Get working on them. Get it done. There's other techniques that we're working on here right now that I have officers assigned to exclusively just make those calls and get those things done. Okay, this has now become what we call a joint forces investigation where we are the lead. Okay, make no mistake, these are serious, serious allegations. Period. Somebody's life has been taken. We don't take that lightly. In fact, I can't think of anything more serious to be working on.
Yeah.
Okay, in her memory, for her kids, family. For her grandkids, for her family, for the community, for everybody that's missing her right now. And the thing is, we still don't have her body.
Well, I'll tell you, there's nobody missing her more than I'm missing.
I believe you. I believe you. Right? And that's tough. I mean, you were with her for years.
Yeah.
You knew her intimately.
Yeah.
I'll never get that chance to talk to her, to have a conversation with her, to hear her accent. I'll never, ever have that opportunity. You did.
Yeah.
Right? And I believe you when you say that you miss her dearly. I do. I sit here and look at you. I'm going to say you're still in love with her.
Yeah, but
I want to share a couple of things with you to show you that I'm here to give you some info. Okay? This isn't all about, me wanting info from you. You asked me a couple of things earlier, and I want to address them for you. Okay? You asked me first of all, how do we know she's even missing and when she went missing? That's what you asked me. Right? Is that what you asked me earlier? Does that make sense?
No, I just said I didn't know. At the time, I didn't know she was missing.
No, but I mean, I'm telling you now from a police perspective as we move forward, we know she's missing. I've told you why, in that there's been no activity on her bank account. Nobody has heard from her. She hasn't phoned anybody. She hasn't reached out to contact anybody. Her car has not moved. It was like in her driveway. She was there. Family hasn't heard from her. She hasn't made withdrawals on her bank. She hasn't shown up for work. That's like somebody just dropped off the face of the earth. And we all know people don't do that. We are creatures of habit. We have our routines, right? Okay. When you say to me, how do we know some of these things and how can I draw the conclusion that I believe, something bad has happened to her? I want you to look at that picture. Okay. Now, first of all, I'll start with this one. Where is that?
That's her driveway.
Exactly. Okay. And whose car is that?
That's her car.
Right. We have realized that law enforcement, police, only certain agencies have access to it. We can access those satellite imageries by contacting the Department of Homeland Security in the United States. And we have to have what we call a criteria offense. So it has to be serious. Treason, homicides, or attempt homicides. They won't look at it for anything else, okay? We also have to be very specific and give them either an address, and if we have an address, obviously we can give them latitude and longitudinal coordinates. You're a smart man, you understand what latitude and longitude is? Okay. Started today. The request has gone into the Department of Homeland Security, okay? We provided them an address and we provided them with the latitude and the longitudinal coordinates for her house. We know a struggle happened here on this driveway. Something happened, okay? When we put the request in, what happens now is they punch those coordinates into the database, access the satellite that was over the earth at that point in time, and download the images, okay? They download the images. Images are forwarded to us. We know when she left work. So now we have kind of a starting point to say, I don't need to see everything on the 12th. I just need to see from, say, 7 o'clock in the evening on. So give me from 7 o'clock in the evening all the way into the 13th the next day, right? I know in that time frame, I will capture this struggle on the driveway, okay? The request has gone in. It's going to take time for me to get those pictures back because it's a massive database and the request has gone into the Department of Homeland Security. They will download the images. They will send them to us. And when that happens, I will then have an opportunity to have an investigator sit and go through the images. These images that come in are phenomenal because they're military grade. Okay, it's based on NASA premises. And so, like I've had success in other cases where I've been able to focus down in on the make and model of a car. The quality is that good, okay? That's one thing that's happening right now, okay? The other thing that's happening right now since we're here is I've been to her house. I know where it's located, okay? And one of the things I know is that when I go to her house...
These are good pictures, by the way.
They're not bad, eh?
Yeah, very good.
They're very good.
If Andrew wants to look innocent, complimenting the crime scene photos probably isn't a smart move, but it's clearly one of sheer desperation, because the detective just ominously informed him that not only are Ontario Provincial Police on the case, so is the United States Department of Homeland Security. Yet if he's hoping all this firepower pressures Andrew to confess, he's sorely mistaken, because despite the military-grade evidence he's being threatened with, Andrew has other things on his mind.
Do you think I could ask you for another cigarette?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll get you another cigarette. Thank you. So here's the thing. I went to her house. I stood in her driveway. I looked around. What do you think I saw?
No idea.
Big cemetery over here.
Oh, yeah.
Highland Park. Massive. Big gates.
Yeah. We
Like,
used to go walking there.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful spot. Right over here, a couple of doors down from her house, is a daycare being run out of the house, right? Right over here is a big school. Just down the street.
Yeah.
Just down from the school, before you get back to the intersection, is a variety store, a convenience store. What do all of those things have in today's day and age? Cameras.
Yeah.
They all have cameras. It's the world we live in, right? Everybody has cameras now for security reasons. And that's why I want to ask you this question. So on the evening of the 12th of November, so we're getting into the nighttime, after 7 o'clock at night, maybe even into the early morning hours of the 13th, but we're talking about that Wednesday night into the next day when she went missing. Is there any reason you can think of why, when I download these images, from all this video footage and have a look at it? Or when my satellite images come and arrive, okay, is there any reason you can think of why I'm going to see you or your vehicle in that area? And I just wanted to ask you that now, because maybe there's some logical reason that you were there or in that area that I'm not aware of that we should talk about and clear up now so that I don't have to come back and do it later. Any reason you can think of why I'm going to see you or your vehicle?
No.
No? Okay. And that's why I thought I'd ask now, right? Because this is just a matter of probably hours away.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, according to you, you've got it made.
What's that?
According to you, you've got it made.
Well,
it's just a question of time.
Yeah, it is a question of time, right? So, but that's why I wanted to ask you if there's any reason you can think
I've
of.
got nothing to say. That lawyer's going to be mad at me.
No, but I'm just wondering.
For talking to you.
Is there any reason you can think of why we would even see you there?
I don't know what to answer any questions at all.
Okay. All right. But I just wanted you to understand that's one of the things we're working on. Okay, so I wanted to give you some info. I wanted to share it with you.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Okay.
Because it looks as if you're definitely going to have this wrapped up pretty soon.
The detective lays out the wide range of surveillance footage potentially placing Andrew at the scene, and for the first time in this interview, he has nothing to say. But what he doesn't say still speaks volumes, because the implication of saying the detective will have this wrapped up soon is clear. They both know the truth.
I still don't know why they don't just let me go home and stay at home where I would be comfortable. Because I'm certainly not going to be going anywhere or doing anything.
You recognize that?
Yeah, that's my car.
That's your car. Okay. And that's your carport?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What was that a picture of?
Looks like an exhaust tailpipe.
Yeah, and it's actually this one over here. I just want to show you. It's this one. Okay. So this is a close-up of this exhaust pipe. So the way that vehicle is facing right now, that would be the driver's side.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And you agree that's your car? That's your carport?
Yep.
Okay. So this is this blowing up. Do you see that?
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know.
It's blood. This is back here on your tailgate. It's a close-up, okay, on the tailgate.
Yeah.
Okay, that's blood. This, it's kind of dark, but it's what we call the pillars.
Yeah.
So this is the driver door, passenger door. On the passenger side, there's blood there.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I've done is, that's blood, and that's blood on your car. Whose blood do you think that is?
No idea. But I told the police right at the beginning, right on the day they took me away on Thursday, I told them if they wanted blood, I would give them blood.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they could compare it to this blood.
Is there any, is it logical? Would that be your blood? Have you cut yourself?
Yeah, I cut myself here.
Okay, and how'd you do that?
I did it with a chisel.
A chisel?
Yeah.
Okay, what?
And I explained all this to Dan LeMay.
Okay.
I even showed him what I was working on when it happened, and showed him how it happened and everything else. He actually helped me.
Did he? Okay. Now, after you cut your hand, did you touch your car?
I must have.
Okay. No, and that's why I'm asking, right? Because I mean that would bleed pretty good, and you're right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
So it would make sense that you would open doors with your right hand, things like that. Right?
I can only assume that this blood got on the car. But I'm assuming
that would make sense, right?
It's the only thing I can think of.
Is there any reason you could think of why that would be?
I don't know.
Her blood, Lisa's blood.
I have no idea.
It's her blood.
Oh, it's her blood.
It is.
Oh, yeah. Well, it looks to me like you've got everything wrapped up.
You're a very logical man. You're a very smart man.
I'm not a very smart man at all.
You are.
Quite sure if you tested my intelligence, it would be, at best, it would be average.
Well, what I mean by that is this. You are a very logical person. And so I don't want to sit here, and play any type of games with you. I want you to understand why you're here, because I think you deserve to be treated with respect and courtesy, just the same way you've treated me here today, which I appreciate. I'm telling you right now that that's her blood on your car, okay? But I'm also prepared to back it up because you're such a smart man. That's the report from the Center of Forensic Sciences that you may have a look at and read, which is not my opinion. It is their opinion that they have done the scientific tests and they have verified the fact that it's her blood on your car. And you can read through that, take your time. Or I can read it to you. Would you like me to read it to you?
I don't have my glasses.
Want me to get them for you?
No, I don't need to read that. I'll take your word for it.
That's her blood on your car.
Okay.
Okay. So I just want you to be aware of that. Okay. You haven't seen her since the Saturday before she went missing.
That's right.
So she hasn't been in your car because she hasn't been anywhere near your car. And yet her blood is on your car. How does that happen?
I don't know.
You do know. That's the thing.
No idea.
We're at a point right now where this isn't a what happened to her. This isn't a whodunit. Okay, we know she's gone. I know you're responsible. But there's still some, the big question is the why. That's the only answer we have left is the why did this happen? It's not did you do it? We know you did, okay? This is only one set of scientific testing that's happened. There's more scientific testing going on as we speak, plus all the pictures, plus all the images. You can see where this is going. This is all coming to one great big massive head.
The detective is certain he's got his man with Andrew, and while he may already have enough evidence for a conviction, he needs a confession to seal the deal, and the whereabouts of Lisa's body are still unknown. But this stubborn man would rather smack his lips and try anything to escape consequences for his crime. Because despite the mounting physical evidence pointing to him, he foolishly still thinks blaming Lisa's other suitors is his best defense.
Tell me something.
Yes.
Did you execute a search warrant on Ben Kalman's house or car?
Myself, I haven't. I just got here today.
Sorry?
I said I just got here today, so no, I haven't.
Well, did the Peterborough Police execute a search warrant on Ben Kalman's house or car?
No, not yet.
Did they execute a search warrant on Dave Clark's house or car?
What does that have to do with anything at this point? Because those investigations are ongoing and those people are certainly being looked at. However, the evidence takes me where I need to be, and I have her blood all over your car. I have a lady that's missing that hasn't been seen since the 12th. I have a sign of a struggle in her driveway where there's blood on her driveway and obvious signs of a struggle. There's blood at your house.
Blood in my house?
Right.
Well, there'll be blood all over my house.
Right.
Because I'm always bleeding.
Right.
But it'll be my blood.
Okay.
It sure as hell is not Lisa's blood in my house.
But it's on your car.
Well, I don't know about that.
That's science. It's right there. It's on your car. Okay. And you know what? Even down to it's on your exhaust. Low. Okay. Here's the thing. We're at this point where you know exactly what happened to her. Now, the way I have to look at it is, and I do look at it like this. Do I think for one moment that you planned all this? Absolutely not. Do I think for one moment that you woke up one day and said that I'm going to harm her and take her life? No, I don't think that at all. Okay? But the fact is, it did happen.
I love her.
I know you do. So help us bring her back. Because there's family.
If you're convinced she's dead, you're not going to bring her back.
No, but you know what? You know as well as I do, there's grandkids and a daughter and a son that would like her remains.
And the brother.
That would like her remains.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
And I know you love her.
It looks to me like you've got this all wrapped up.
But I want her.
Oh.
I want her back. People deserve that, and you know that.
I cannot answer any more questions at all.
But you can. You absolutely can, because you can make up your own mind.
The lawyer told me not even to speak to you. But being the kind of guy I am, I don't mind speaking to you.
You've been a gentleman.
But
you've been respectful. You've been cooperative.
You're just telling me that you can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that I killed Lee Fredette. This is what you're telling me. Right?
I'm telling you that this evidence supports the allegations.
There's no point in us talking any more about this.
Well, there's actually...
As far as I could see, you've got this whole thing wrapped up.
But you already knew that coming in here. You already knew that you're the person who's responsible. I didn't need to tell you that.
No.
Yeah. I know you love her. Period. That is not a doubt in my mind. I know you love her.
Well, if you're quite sure she's dead, then it's the past tense.
You know she's dead. You know she's gone. You and I don't need to play a word game back and forth.
I'm not playing. I'm just telling you I don't want to speak to you. That's all. Because the lawyer told me not to speak to you.
And I'm telling you I don't have an issue with that. However, I'm simply reminding you that you can speak for yourself. You've made that quite clear here today that you're very capable of talking. You're a very eloquent, very intelligent man. And you can also speak for yourself. You can also realize that the situation that you find yourself in, where you're at now, is you're at the point of no return. You've been arrested for murder. I've shared with you some of the evidence. There's a lot more that's still going on.
Yeah.
Okay. None of this is
So
really...
I don't know why you would even bother talking to me.
Because I would like her body back. That's why. You know that. That's logical. Okay? That's logical. Because you know what? And it's not for me because I don't have a personal attachment to her. But you know what? There's her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
There's all her family.
I know.
And you know what? Does somebody else need to eventually find those remains? Does a child need to stumble across them? Whatever the situation may be. I would like her body back. And that's where we're at. As far as the murder goes and the who did it, I'm good. Okay? The why is the question that everybody has. And from a family perspective and a community perspective, they would like to see some dignity come to, regardless of whether she had personality flaws and she wasn't always the nicest person in the world to you and she maybe didn't always treat you 100% fairly. Make no mistake.
No, we had no problems.
No, but I mean, you talked about the fact that she had a temper and with that would come violence.
Lots of people have a temper.
Absolutely. I agree. And I look at this case, I don't believe for one moment that you planned all this. I actually think...
And just in case, I don't want you to have the wrong idea. I'm not trying to tell you that she was some kind of ogre. She was not.
Oh, I never took that.
She was a wonderful person. And 99% of the time we got on just perfectly.
I agree. And she's
not an ogre in any way, shape or form. So she blew her top occasionally. It's not the end of the world.
So then she deserves better than where she is right now.
Oh.
You know that and I know that. Okay? She deserves better than where she is right now. And let's bring her home.
Do you think you would be able to give me a mattress and a pillow or something for that cell?
Yeah, I mentioned that to you earlier, that yes, when I spoke to you earlier at the cells, I indicated to you that when you go back in there, yeah, I'll get you looked after.
It's awful uncomfortable the way it is.
Yeah.
But you don't think there's any chance of me going home and staying at home? No. Oh, well.
Let's bring her home.
No. Anyway, it's nice talking to you.
While Andrew has repeatedly claimed he doesn't want to talk anymore without his lawyer, it hasn't stopped him from continuing every time. And while he may think this interview is over, he's about to learn otherwise, because this detective won't rest until he knows where Lisa's body is. So even if Andrew won't answer any more questions, it doesn't mean the detective won't keep asking, especially considering their evidence now includes eyewitness testimony from someone who saw Andrew leaving the scene.
There's a witness who sees you driving away that night. You're not at home all night.
Oh, well, there you are. You've got it made.
Okay. Plus the blood on the car.
Plus your GPS, plus all these cameras all over the place.
Right.
I don't know why you're even wasting your time talking to me.
Oh, it's never a waste of time to talk to you.
Oh, wow.
It's never a waste of time. Okay. See, because you have an opportunity right now to tell me your side of what happened. It's tragic. It happened. It cannot be reversed, and we know that. We all make mistakes in life. We've all done things that we regret. You're in a position where, like I said, you now have an opportunity to say, Scott, this is what happened. If you have remorse, if you feel bad, if you feel guilty, you have an opportunity.
Yeah, but the lawyer told me not to speak to you.
And that is fair, but you can also speak to yourself.
Yeah, but why would I have a lawyer to advise me and then ignore what he advises? That would be kind of stupid, wouldn't it?
No, I can't comment on that at all because people can make up their own mind. You indicated earlier, what if the lawyer wasn't smart enough to do what you wanted him to do? Those were your words earlier. What if he didn't know to object? What if he didn't know what he was doing?
Yeah.
So you're a very smart man to know that you can also speak for yourself. Maybe you came home and found her in the driveway because somebody else knocked her out and you panicked and you thought, I need to get rid of the remains. Whatever spin you want to put on it, let's go get her.
Maybe it was a home invasion.
Maybe. But
nobody ever
did they use your car?
Nobody. I don't know.
Did your car go missing?
I don't know.
Did you lend it to anybody?
Not that I know of, but somebody could have stolen it.
Did anybody steal your car?
I don't know.
Do you think it's possible somebody took your car?
I have no idea.
I'm just asking.
I told you, I sit in the house reading it all the time.
But we have a witness that says you left that.
Okay. Good for you. You've got it all wrapped up. Why do you keep going on?
Because I would like to bring Lise
Well,
back to her
bring her
family.
back or whatever. Do whatever you like. Just don't involve me. The lawyer told me not to even talk to you. I should have been talking to you all this time.
You know that you're involved, so how can I step back and not involve you? You're a logical man. You know that. Okay? That's the one thing that you're conflicted with right now is the fact that you are so logical and you are so...
I'm not conflicted at all.
Then I've underestimated you.
The only thing that's bothering me is these conditions that I'm under.
Do you understand you're under arrest for murder?
I understand that. Do you understand these conditions?
You're in a jail cell.
Eh?
You're in a jail cell.
These are terrible conditions, for God's sake. For somebody who supposedly is innocent, has not been convicted of any crime.
That's right.
To have to put up with these conditions is just abominable.
Well, then let's talk about, responsibility. Who's responsible for
Finish
this?
talking to you. Can you not understand that? I don't want to talk to you anymore. Period. End of discussion. What could be simpler?
I believe you're afraid right now.
Afraid?
Yeah.
What am I afraid of?
The future? Jail? That's normal. I would be too. That's normal for anybody. I think, my goodness, if I was sitting where you were, that is exactly how I would feel. Period. That's human nature. I get it. I'm not obtuse to that. That's normal. That makes sense. Lives change. Futures change. Everything changes. I get that. So I can say honestly that if I was in the same situation, you're darn right I would be afraid. You're darn right I would be concerned. I know that. That's, I may try and put on a show, or I may try and act like I'm okay. I know deep down I'd be scared to death. Absolutely. Okay? I get it. The premise of all this right now is your future changes from this point forward, and you know that.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that too. I'm not pretending this is something that it's not. Okay? But I don't believe that you're cold. I don't believe you're this cold, laissez-faire individual. Not at all. Okay? I don't. I think, we refer to these. I've seen them time and time again. Did you love this lady? Yes. That's why you were watching her. That's why you were following her. That's why you knew her activities and her actions. I know that. The breakup, the fact that you two were no longer together, broke your heart. And I know that. It's very, very difficult when we're dealing with matters of the heart and emotions. It brings things out in us sometimes that we didn't even know we had in us, that we've never felt before. None of us are immune from that. None of us, okay? I know you were following her. I know you were watching her. I've seen the letters that you wrote her. And obviously you're paying attention to her because some of the things that you wrote in the letters, you obviously had to be watching what she was doing and who she was with. It hurts. You gave her everything of yourself in that relationship to her. You put yourself out there. You loved this lady. As you said yourself earlier, there isn't really anything you wouldn't do for her except for the Quebec trip that, is the one time you pushed back even a little bit, saying you weren't comfortable doing something. Okay? That's called unconditional love. That's called knowing that I love this lady and there's nothing I wouldn't do for her. When she pushes back and doesn't want to be with you anymore, that hurts. That really hurts, especially when you didn't have an affair on her. You didn't hit her, you didn't beat her, you didn't do anything wrong to her. That makes it even worse.
She didn't walk away from me, I walked away from her.
But other than the why did it happen, okay, the family is sitting in this building right now, and it's the where issue.
Oh, they're in this building?
They're in this building.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and it's the where issue. That's the only question they have. They don't care about the why. They don't care about the circumstances. They're not judging. They're not, okay? They just want their mom back. They want their grandma back.
Yeah, they're a nice family.
They are.
Yeah.
And so I think they deserve that.
And I get on very well with them.
And that's what they said too. Yeah, I honestly believe they are a very nice family.
Yeah.
Okay. But they want mom back. They want grandma back. Okay. So let's go get her. You and I can go get her.
I'm not going anywhere except back to myself, where hopefully I'll get a pillow and a mattress and maybe even a blanket. Because that is an awful uncomfortable place. What I really would like is for you to let me go home.
You know that's not going to happen. I already explained that to you.
And I can guarantee you that I will not leave my house. I will not step over the door.
That's out of my control.
Okay.
Andrew didn't go home that day, or ever again for that matter. But he also never admitted to Lise Fredette's murder, and her body was never found. Authorities determined he'd bludgeoned her with a shovel before putting her body in his vehicle, and then dumping it at an unknown location. He was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison. Andrew Watson died in 2022, after which Lisa's children won £750,000, which is just about $1 million in damages from his estate for loss of care and mental stress. It was cold comfort for a loving mother taken too soon by a rejected man who was old enough to know better, yet too evil to care. Thank you for watching today's video. Whether you're new here or have been with us for a while, check out one of the craziest cases I've ever covered right here, or one of my newest uploads right here.